Welcome back to Claydesk. So, streaming moving forward in 2026 is more expensive than ever. So, what started as a cheaper alternative to cable slowly turned into a mess of subscription stacking, hidden fees, price hikes, and endless add ons. But here's the good news: you don't need to cut streaming completely, you just need to be smarter than the companies trying to take more money from you. So today, I'm giving you 12 streaming tricks that you can cut your bill in half this year without losing the shows, movies, and live TV you love. Let's jump right in. So, the first trick is understanding that most people oversubscribe without realizing it. You only need one or two paid services per month, yet the average household is basically paying for five to seven. So, a smarter approach is subscription rotation. Pick one platform per month, binge everything you want, cancel, then rotate to the next service. I know it's a little work, but it's worth it. Since most of the news shows drop all episodes at once, this strategy alone can save you at least about $30 to $60 a month. Streaming companies hate this because it beats the system, but it works. The second trick is timing your subscriptions around release calendars. Now, what that means is streaming platforms release their best content in predictable cycles. For example, Netflix pushes premium originals early in the month. Disney Plus releases the best content in predictable cycles and new shows on Wednesdays, for example. Apple TV Plus has Friday drops, and Hulu updates weekly. So instead of staying subscribed year round, subscribe only during high value months. So if a show you like ends on January 25th, don't keep paying for February. This strategy turns streaming from a recurring cost into a one-time planned purchase. Moving on to the third trick is basically using annual plans only when they're discounted. Watch out for those. So never pay full price for a yearly subscription. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, back to school, and even Memorial Day sales often cut annual plans by 30 to 50%. Now, if you time it right, you can pay the equivalent of $5 to about $8 a month for services like, for example, Peacock, Paramount, or Apple TV Plus. This trick is patience. Wait for the markdowns. Let's move to the fourth trick, which is switching to ad-supported plans. But strategically, some ad-supported tiers are not worth it, but others offer almost the same experience for half the price. Let me give you an example. Hulu, Paramount Plus, and Peacock have ad-supported tiers that cost significantly less, yet the ads are fairly short and tolerable. So YouTube TV, for example, even allows you to skip ads on DVR content fully. So you don't need to eliminate ads. You just need to accept the right ones to save money. The fifth trick is using free streaming apps that replace paid ones for casual viewing. For example, Pluto TV, Tubi, or the Roku channel, Crackle, Freevee, and Plex, and others have expanded massively in 2026. They offer live news, they offer sports highlights, for example, movies, classic shows, and theme channels, all completely free and legal. Many people keep paying for services like Hulu or Netflix just to watch background content, when free apps already have more than enough. All right, the sixth trick is sharing subscriptions legally through built-in family plans. So many services now allow account sharing as long as users live in the same household. Netflix stopped password sharing, but Disney Plus, Hulu, Apple TV Plus, and Spotify still allow multiple profiles under a single paid plan. Now, if you split the cost with family, your bill drops by more than half. The companies won't advertise this, but it's directly built into their terms. The seventh trick is downgrading your picture quality. Well, if you don't need 4K or 4K Plus on every device, most streaming platforms, they charge about $5 to $20 extra per month for 4K upgrades. But a lot of content isn't even shot in true 4K yet. So if you're watching on smaller screens, maybe like, let's say a 55-inch TV, an iPad, or on your phone, 1080p looks nearly identical. So save the extra fees for truly premium content instead of paying every month. The eighth trick is cutting unnecessary add-ons. Pretty simple. Sports add-ons, premium movie packs, 4K upgrades, multi-stream upgrades, and DVR expansion sounds cheap individually, but they stack quickly. So canceling even 2 of the add-ons can save, for example, anywhere from $15 to $30 off your monthly bill. And most people just forget they even activated them. The 9th trick is watching live sports more creatively. How do you do that? Well, you don't need expensive RSN packages or $90 per month live TV if you only watch a few games. Platforms like NFL Plus, MLB.tv, NBA League Pass, FIFA Plus, and select YouTube channels offer highlights, replays, and sometimes even free matches. Now combine that with free live TV apps, and suddenly you don't need a $75 monthly subscription for sports. The 10th trick is using gift cards and prepaid deals. Well, retailers often sell streaming gift cards at 15 to 25% off. Costco and Target regularly offer discounts cards for Netflix, Hulu, and Apple. Now apply these cards to your account, and your effective monthly price drops instantly. This is one of the most underrated streaming hacks because it feels like free money. Let's move to the 11th trick, which is using device bundles. Well, how do you do that? Buying a Roku, Fire Stick, for example, or Chromecast, or even certain smart TVs often give you months of free streaming credits. Now, these promotions, for example, change yearly and can save you about $30 to $70 instantly. Now, before buying any device, check what streaming bundles come with it. And this is important because sometimes it's worth it, right? Just for the streaming credits. And finally, trick number 12, which is regularly audit your subscriptions. And I'm going to say it again, right? You need to make sure that you check your subscriptions and what you're actually paying for and what you're not paying for. So say once a month, for example, look at everything you're paying for and ask, did I actually use this in the last 30 days? Well, if the answer is no, well, guess what? Cancel it, right? Because you didn't use it. You're not even watching it. So streaming companies rely on forgetfulness. That's their tactic. Because once you say you get the add-ons and then you forget, well, you're paying for it even though you're not watching. So that's why streaming companies rely on you staying subscribed even when you're not watching. But the moment you take control and actively manage your subscription, that's when you start saving real money. So there you have it. 12 powerful streaming tricks that can cut your total bill in half this year. None of these require you to give up your favorite shows, by the way, or settle for low quality content. They just require awareness and smarter timing. So let me know in comments which trick you are going to try first. And if you want a full video comparing every streaming hidden feeds, for example, I can make that next. So make sure you give it a like, comment, and subscribe so that you get up-to-date information and latest videos right here on Claydesk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.